Majority of inmates at the Montana Women's Prison are serving time for their own addictions, while sentences for drug crimes are typically shorter. The dependency of many of these women creates a revolving door effect at the Montana prison.
Asia Gore tonight on special assignment to find out the impacts on the offenders' children and what our community can do to solve the problem.
Remember Dakota used to wear this all the time?
Yeah, it was his favorite shirt.
16-year-old Landon Morris laughs with his mom, Shelley, about his older brother's sense of style. Morris remembers these times well, but Shelley missed many of these moments.
I was really young when my mom went to prison the first time.
For the first 8 years of his life, the time Morris spent with his mother was here, surrounded by barbed wire, under close supervision. At most, their visits lasted an hour.
There was this room that all the parents would hang out with their children and talk. So I knew my mom, but I never got to really know her personally.
Morris was raised by his grandmother, but not all kids are so lucky. A 2016 Montana Child and Family Services report shows close to 3,400 kids have been thrust into the foster care system.
When there's a death or something like that.
Joe Walsh is a counselor at Bench Elementary. He hears firsthand how students struggle with the absence of a parent.
That certainly negatively impacts the kids, both academically and emotionally.
School District 2 data shows 1 in 7 students have an incarcerated parent at some point in their childhood. Walsh says SD2 is working to bulk up counseling services, but funding for additional staff is missing. With the rate of recidivism at 1 in 3 inmates, parents often return home just to turn around and leave again.
If you continue to come in and out, every single time you do that, it creates a more harmful situation for the child.
Julie Christensen has worked with families in need at the Family Tree for years. In her time here, she noticed a gap in the transition from inmate to parent.
There wasn't a lot of support to help have the most difficult conversations, and that is what does repairing relationships look like?
Christensen started VIP, the Voices of Incarceration project, to help offenders learn not only how to rebuild a life with their child, but communicate with the child's guardian, find support within the community, even set up a parent-teacher conference.
Love alone doesn't take care of this parenting thing we're supposed to do and supposed to know how to do. We're all doing the best that we can with what we know.
The 8-week VIP program helps equip parents with the tools to build relationships, creating a forum with mentors and other parents released from prison. But VIP cannot accommodate all moms and dads, as class sizes are intentionally small to create strong connections.
I got the last soda too.
Did you?
For Morris, the skills his mother learned before reuniting with him and his siblings were critical to their relationship.
It wasn't forced, nothing was abrupt, we just eased into it by our choice.
It didn't happen overnight, but I will say that I was there to watch the relationship when Mom was out for the final time and could give him the structured home life. And for her, it really was amazing.
But the relationships aren't easy. They're fragile, sometimes so broken it could take years to piece back together. But Christensen, Morris, and Walsh agree now is the best time to start. In Billings, Asia Gore, MTN News.
Thank you very much, Asia.
And Asia tells us that research shows the biggest predictor of whether an offender will return to prison is the offender's bond with his or her child.